Hey everybody, I'm Grant, this is Jeanette,
Hello.
and we are live in the Rachael Prep Kitchen, and today is Taco Tuesday.
Woohoo!
That's right, we're celebrating all things taco, but instead of regular tacos, today we're going to make not your average tacos, right, Jeanette?
Yes, we are.
And yesterday we asked you guys if you wanted us to make a sangria or a margarita, and you guys chose a margarita.
Yes, you did, and we are very excited about that.
And I think we have a cool new way of making margaritas, right, Jeanette?
We do, yeah. So we are, margaritas, if you're making them for a party, it's always a great idea to do it in a pitcher.
Yeah.
Or make a really big batch. But today there's only two of us in here, so today we're making singular margaritas. How to just make one, if you're in the mood for just one margarita. So first you're going to start with some mason jars. And guys, don't forget, we are live back in the Rachael Prep Kitchen. Ask us some questions. Ask us any cooking questions that you might have. What are you guys making for Taco Tuesday tonight?
Just let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah.
We'd love to shout out and say
hi.
hello.
So we're going to start out with some silver tequila.
Ooh, yum.
You guys, if you've been watching these, you know that Grant and I are big margarita fans.
We love tequila.
So why
Especially
not?
on Taco Tuesday.
Happy Taco Tuesday.
So that was 2 ounces of tequila, right?
It was, yes.
And I'm just going to put in a splash of orange liqueur. This just kind of sweetens it up a bit and adds an extra little flavor. Jeanette's adding in some lime juice.
A little bit of lime juice. We actually ran out of lime, so I used 1 lemon too.
Oh, fun.
Whatever.
Just
Whatever
some
citrus. Yeah, exactly. And then we're going to do a big hearty squeeze from the Honey Bear.
Ooh, yummy.
Instead of making simple syrup.
Yeah,
We thought that was a good quick time saver. Yesterday, actually, Michelle Welsh, if you're watching today, hello again. You watched us yesterday. And you wrote in that you wanted a jalapeno drink. So, Michelle, this one is for you. We are going to add in a slice of jalapeno and a slice of cucumber. So we're making a cucumber jalapeno margarita.
That's fun.
And so now, like I said, we're doing these in these mason jars. So you use the lid. And we're going to kind of turn these into our own little martini shakers. Ready? Shake it up. While we're shaking it up, we're going to say hi to Jill from Minnesota.
Oh,
hi,
hey, Jill from Minnesota.
Thanks for writing in. Shake them up.
So you
and
just
get all that
shake
honey
it,
dissolved,
yeah,
right?
until all that honey kind of dissolves. And this would be really fun for a party, right?
You
can make
you're like hanging
a
out.
margarita bar.
Shaky, shaky.
And it's also like an additional workout.
Exactly. I'm exhausted. I need this margarita.
Just did the Taco Tuesday shake.
I think that's something new that we're gonna try. Straw me, thank you, darling.
Straw, you want a little lime garnish on
Oh
top?
yes, please. Thank you. Now, how fun are these?
I'm
little
also gonna do a tiny bit of salt in mine.
Oh yeah, please do. Thank you. Good idea. A little single serve margarita in little mason jars. And mason jars are always so trendy and a great way of serving drinks, right?
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers
Happy
to you.
Taco Tuesday.
And cheers to Shannon from Philadelphia. Thanks for watching.
Hi, Shannon. This is really good.
Oh my gosh.
I love this.
This is maybe my new
and
Taco Tuesday
I
favorite.
love Michelle's suggestion of the jalapeno. That's
I know.
really
Thank you again, Michelle. That was an awesome ad. And again, if you want to comment anything below that you'd love to see from us, we're here, and we're going to be here for the next 2 days this week, and a ton of shows for July. So comment any ideas that you have for us, and we would absolutely love to make that a reality.
Yeah,
we made
totally.
Michelle's jalapeno drink a reality.
Absolutely. So like I said, it is Taco Tuesday,
It is.
so we're going to get started on our first taco. Today we're making 2 different tacos. Jeanette's going to make one. I'm going to make one, but we're going to start out with Jeanette's taco. What are you making today?
I am making, so when we were thinking about the idea to make kind of unconventional tacos, I was thinking about foods that I like to make a lot and how we can kind of make one into a taco. So what I was thinking of a dish that I make a lot, and it's kind of great for every season. I make it during grilling season, I make it during the holidays, I make it anytime I'm entertaining. It's something my family used to eat a lot growing up, is sausage and peppers.
Yeah.
And everybody loves sausage and peppers. And what I think is so great about it for entertaining is that you just kind of make a big batch of sausage and peppers, and then you put it out on a bar, kind of with some Italian bread, maybe a little bit of cheese.
Yeah,
so
it's like you build your own sandwich kind of
exactly,
thing, right?
and I love that kind of entertaining.
Yeah,
when people can just make,
Interactive.
totally interactive. So in this pan, I started out with a little bit of browned Italian, hot Italian turkey sausage. And you can use regular sausage, pork sausage, sweet sausage if hot sausage isn't your thing. And so I just browned that, and I used Rachel's tip. I think I threw it in the dishwasher. I was mashing it up with a potato masher.
Yeah.
Anytime you're making ground meat, that makes it
We
really...
use it so often that we ended up calling potato mashers meat mashers.
We do call them meat mashers.
And we're like, oh, that's not what they actually are. They're actually
not.
used for potato.
They are potato mashers.
Caitlin posted that she once made taco mac and cheese.
Ooh, Caitlin.
That sounds yummy,
Can you
right?
post us that recipe? That sounds delicious.
That sounds really good. We're actually thinking about doing next Tuesday to do Taco Tuesday, but make not tacos. So
Not
things that
Taco
taste like
Tuesday.
tacos,
Exactly.
but are tacos. So maybe we'll make a taco mac and cheese. That's a great
For you,
suggestion.
Caitlin. Thank you for writing in.
Cheyenne said that she'd love to see our Bloody Mary recipe.
Oh, Cheyenne.
All right, that's a great idea.
I would love to show you our Bloody Mary recipe. So yes, we will get on that, Cheyenne. Thank you. Make sure you stay tuned for the rest of July on the Rachael Facebook page.
Yeah.
So to the sausage and pepper, so I had the ground up, and actually I did mash the sausage because we're going to make tacos. So I was trying to mimic like ground meat in a taco shell. So I took the casings off, browned those up with a little bit of, I used 2 red bell peppers, 1 white onion, and then I used 2 squirts of tomato paste, which we always use in the kitchen. We always use it in the tube. So I'm going to let that cook and just wake up the flavor a bit. You can start to smell it. It starts to smell like tomato.
We have a fellow Ohioan watching. Shelly from Ohio is
Hi,
watching.
Shelly. Yes.
Hello, Shelly.
We love Ohio.
And Sweeta posted that she made your lazy lasagna and says that's great.
Oh my gosh, Sweeta, thank you.
Yeah, if you guys have been watching some of our Facebook Live videos, early on we did a 1 skillet supper segment, and Jeanette made a really good lazy lasagna using some frozen raviolis.
Store-bought ravioli, yeah.
It all comes together in one little pan. You throw it in the oven.
Easy.
It's super easy, and it's one of my favorite recipes we've done on this show.
Yeah, it was one of mine too. It's really, thank you for making it. Did you take any pictures of it when you did it? I'd love to see a photo. We love to hear that you guys are cooking our recipes. It's so fun.
Yeah.
So okay, I just seasoned this up with a little bit of salt and pepper. You really can smell the tomato paste cooking out now. I added a little bit of oregano. Oregano is one of my favorite spices.
Yeah.
I'm just toasting that up in the hot pan really quick. And now, to cook this all down, I'm going to add a little bit. You can add a splash of water. I'm just going to add a splash of chicken stock. I had one open. And now, you just saw that come together so quickly. This is it. I'm going to lid it, and this cooks down. And honestly, you can keep this on a low simmer if you had guests over.
Yeah.
And it only gets better the longer it cooks. If it starts to dry out a little bit, add a little bit more water or stock. But that's pretty much the base for my taco. I am going to get cheese sauce started, so I'm going to top it with a mozzarella cheese sauce.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, Grant's going to show you his taco while this cooks down a little bit.
Patricia from Texas is watching, and I feel like if you're from Texas, you're going to like this taco.
You are,
yes. It's a fried chicken spicy taco. So let's get started on making our fried chicken. So in this bowl, I have some chicken tenders, and I've just marinated them for about an hour with some buttermilk, some mustard, some hot sauce, some salt, and pepper. So now we're ready to bread them. In this cast iron pan, I have some canola oil that's just heating up. I'm actually going to turn it down a tiny bit. It might be a little too hot.
Give you your margarita.
Oh, thank you.
Taco Tuesday.
Very
It's
important.
going to come with it.
Jeanette, would you mind grabbing that brown paper bag back there?
Yes, absolutely.
I want to show you guys a really great tip for whenever you make fried chicken.
Love
I
this.
always use a brown paper bag to bread the chicken. For 2 reasons. It makes it a little bit easier. The cleanup's a lot easier.
Definitely.
And it evenly distributes all of your like flour breadcrumb mixture onto that chicken.
I love that.
So,
Great tip.
into this brown paper bag, I'm going to add a few cups of flour. It's about 2 cups of flour. And this is also a great way to repurpose like a grocery store bag.
Yeah,
right? 'Cause we
absolutely.
all have a bunch of those
Or
just sitting
takeout
around.
bag, totally. You have so many in the recycling bin at home.
I added 1 big tablespoon of cornstarch. That's what's going to make our fried chicken nice and crunchy. And it's also going to help that flour stick to the chicken. I'm going to add in a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper and a 1/2 teaspoon of sweet paprika. I'm also going to add in a teaspoon of salt and some black pepper.
Awesome. While you're seasoning with some black pepper, we want to say hello to Felicia from New Zealand.
Ooh, hello, Felicia.
Hello, Felicia.
Hi,
And that
Felicia.
is the other side of the world. So that is really
crazy.
amazing that someone is watching us right now on the other side of the world. Hello, Felicia. Thank you for watching. Randy also commented, and he says that you should make savory cupcakes.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
Randy might be a woman too. Randy.
Ooh, Randy.
We like that you're coming up with the idea of making savory cupcakes. That sounds delicious.
That does sound really good.
Once upon a time, long time ago, Rachael made meatloaf cupcakes.
That's right.
And
yeah,
they were
that was a
super
couple
cute. We
years
used
ago.
mashed potatoes as frosting.
Yeah.
I always love that idea of hers.
So now what I'm going to do is just take this chicken that's been marinating, just kind of shake off the excess buttermilk, drop it down into the paper bag. I'm going to do this in stages so the chicken doesn't clump together too much.
How long did that marinate for?
I did this for about 2 hours, but you could do it overnight.
Okay.
Or, you know, if you don't have a lot of time, you don't have to marinate them at all. Just add some extra flavor to it.
Definitely.
Jeanette, will you test that oil to see if
Yes,
it's
I
ready?
will.
I like to use a little tortilla since we are making
I like
tacos.
that.
And you just stick it in there, and if it bubbles up, then it's nice and warm and ready for
Beautifully
frying.
and
So
bubbly.
you think we're ready?
I like that tip.
All right, great. So I'm going to shake up our chicken.
Get up.
There's a lot of shaking in today's
There's a lot of
episode.
yeah. It's a shaky Taco Tuesday. And we're going to shake it up from Sonia, who commented in from Chicago. Hi, Sonia.
Hi,
One of
Sonia.
our favorite food cities
I love
in the
Chicago.
United
I used
States.
to live in Chicago.
You used to live in Chicago.
It's a great
We were just talking
place.
about deep dish pizza in our office yesterday.
Yes.
Stay tuned for that, Sonia.
Yeah.
You might see some deep dish pizza coming your way. From
Yeah,
us
I have a
soon.
really great deep dish pizza recipe that I started making when I lived in Chicago, so I'd love to share it with you guys.
Yeah.
So now I'm just, again, shaking off any excess flour and dropping the chicken down into that hot oil. And we're just going to let this cook for, a few minutes on each side.
Gorgeous.
And
I like
there we
doing
go.
it in the cast iron skillet. That
Yeah.
always just like it cooks super evenly.
Me too.
It coats it. It's kind of easy cleanup. You're not busting out the whole fryer.
Yeah, and the cast iron holds the heat really well.
Yeah.
So you don't have to let it heat up, in between batches as much.
I love
So I'm actually going to top my taco with some green tomato salsa. But before we make that, Jeanette is going to get started on her cheese sauce.
I am, yeah. So actually, while he was breading up his beautiful fried chicken, I was just trying a few flour tortillas, and we're both using flour tortillas today.
Yeah.
But when you buy them from the store, just make sure you give them a quick char on both sides. You were just watching me do it over the gas stove. If you have an electric stove, you can just use a stainless steel pan.
Yeah.
And you just kind of want to wake them back up a little, so you can see the difference. They come out of the package and they're a little stiff.
Yeah.
And then once you heat them up a little bit, they come really nice and pliable. So
It makes them pliable and it wakes up all those flavors.
Wakes it up, exactly.
Yeah.
So we woke up our tortillas. So yes, Grant is right. I am now going to make a mozzarella Parmesan cheese sauce. And here, actually, you can take a peek in at my sausage and peppers and see how that's coming along. It's just been cooking for maybe 4, 5, 6 minutes, and it's really kind of cooking down. The vegetables are getting nice and soft. So now that is going to be our taco base. Our taco topping is going to be, like I said, mozzarella Parmesan sauce. So this is the basis for any kind of roux or cheese sauce that you're making. So today I'm making mozzarella Parmesan. Then we are going to, if you're making a cheddar sauce for nachos or anything, you just replace the cheese with cheddar. So I'm going to show you how to make a basic cheese sauce. So then we've got equal parts butter and flour.
Yum.
And I'm just going to whisk that together. And you want to just give it a few seconds to cook because it's going to, you want the flour to cook out a bit. So once it hits the pan, it starts to smell fragrant and nutty. So we are going to...
So while that's cooking, I want to tell you guys a funny story. We are live right now,
Yes,
right?
we are. We
so
are
anything
live.
can happen here in the prep kitchen.
Anything can happen.
And we just realized that our camera battery is running a tiny bit low.
Oh, wow.
So we might disappear for a minute, but we will come back. So if we do disappear, stay tuned.
Stay with
We'll be
us
right
because
back.
you need to see the ending of these tacos.
Yeah, but right now we're still on, so we're going to try to
We're
make
on.
some tacos for you
Hello.
guys.
And Connie commented and she wants to know, can you make the recipes gluten-free? Absolutely.
Yeah, you can make the chicken recipe gluten-free by using rice flour instead of all-purpose flour.
Absolutely.
Then it will be completely gluten-free, and you can also replace the flour tortillas with corn tortillas.
That's an easy swap for gluten-free.
And I think yours is gluten-free. Oh, I guess there's flour in that
Yeah,
sauce.
if you want to just omit the cheese sauce, you could just melt some cheese on top.
Yeah.
Actually, Connie, tomorrow, we were just writing our recipes for tomorrow's show. We're going to show you some skinny it up recipes. We've been cooking pretty heavy in the kitchen these past few weeks, and it is bathing suit season. So we're going to make some recipes that are a little bit on the healthy side. And actually, when I was writing it last night, my recipes are gluten-free. So if you want to come back tomorrow, actually yours is gluten-free as well.
It is, yeah.
So check back tomorrow. We've got some great recipes. So now we were starting to smell the flour. It was starting to smell a little bit nutty. So I'm just going to whisk in. When I'm using my liquid and I'm making a cheese sauce, see how quickly that thickened up? And that was just milk.
Ooh,
so
yeah.
what I do is when I'm making a cheese sauce, I like to go half milk, half stock. Because you're adding in so much heaviness and richness with the cheese that I always like to kind of cut it in half with a little bit of stock. So you're using half milk, half stock, and you're going to whisk this up and get rid of all of the lumps. So I'm just going to let this come to a bubble, and then once it's at a bubble, I'm going to remove it from the heat, and I'm going to stir in our cheese.
Yeah.
So again, this is the stage where if you're making nachos, you can totally add in some cheddar, and it's cheddar cheese sauce.
Yeah.
If you're making this fondue as well.
Yeah.
Put
This
it in
would
a
be a
bowl.
really good nacho recipe as well.
It would. Yeah, oh yeah. Sauce and pepper nachos. Why have we not done that?
Yummy.
All right, so I'm gonna let this bubble up for a bit. Add in my cheese. You've got an awesome topper for these tacos, right?
That's right.
For your fried chicken tacos.
Yeah, so if you guys come down here, I just flipped over the chicken. It's getting nice and golden brown. You can already tell it's really crispy on top, too. Stefan posted and was asking if there's a difference between using a fryer and a skillet. It's totally up to your preference. I prefer a skillet because I feel like the cleanup is a little bit easier. But using a tabletop fryer probably makes, keeping that oil temperature, it's probably a lot easier to manage that way. But it's totally up to you guys. Whatever you like to do is totally fine. And I also want to say hello to Joy from California, or from North Carolina.
Hi, Joy.
I almost said North California, which is not even a place.
No. NorCal is, though. Love NorCal. Hi to Joy from North Carolina. My mom's name is Joy. It's one of my favorite names.
And your middle name is Joy.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Just kidding. It's Marie. I thought it was Joy for a second.
It's Marie, yeah. I love it. I like the Joy as a middle name.
Again?
I'm Jeanette.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, hello. So over here I'm making our green tomato salsa because, as I told you guys, we are making a southern fried taco. And whenever I go to the south, I always have some fried green tomatoes, so I wanted to make a green tomato salsa. You could also use tomatillos if that's what they have in the store. And I just chopped up one jalapeno. I actually roasted my jalapeno and I left the stems and seeds on it because I want this to be nice and spicy. But you just chop that up, and then to that I'm going to add in a few tomatoes that I diced. These are green tomatoes. Some fresh corn. You could also use frozen corn, but like we said yesterday, it is corn season right now, and the corn is really, really good, and it's really, really inexpensive.
Really, really cheap.
So whenever you can use corn in a recipe this summer, definitely go for it.
Did you say if you can't find green tomatoes, what else you could use? Did I miss that?
Tomatillos, yeah.
Tomatillo, okay, great. That's a good idea. I like those.
Because I feel like those are, really common in grocery stores
Yeah.
these days. But if you go to the farmer's market, you can definitely find some green tomatoes.
Big, pretty heirloom ones.
Yeah.
We want to say hi to Diana from San Diego. Thank you for commenting and saying hi, and thank you for watching us.
Yeah, totally.
And Lisa just commented and said, we could use some too hot to cook recipes. Funny, she just said that.
Yeah.
Lisa, are you listening to us? Do you have our office bugged? We were just saying, a couple weeks ago, Lisa, I'm going to find you in the comments after this, and I'm going to post, I'm going to comment with some of our no-cook recipes that we made last week, a couple weeks ago, back in June. We did no-cook suppers, and we had a lot of fun doing that, and the kitchen was really nice and cool. So I'll post those in the comments for you, and we're thinking about doing it again next week, right?
Yeah, I think that's really
Some
fun.
more no-cook suppers. It's hot.
Yeah.
So
and both of us, we both make no-cook suppers all the time.
All the time, yeah.
So I also added into this 2 scallions that I just chopped up really nicely, and some cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, I know that it's kind of a finicky herb that not a lot of people like.
Hot topic.
Yeah, you can use something else. Use parsley, or you can just skip it altogether.
Yeah.
To this, I'm going to add in a little bit of sugar. That just sort of evens out all
sugar?
the flavor.
Oh wow, sugar! I love that.
Yeah, because whenever you pickle something, there's always a tiny bit of sugar in it.
You're right.
So whenever I make a salsa, I add a tiny bit of sugar.
This is gonna be so delicious.
Some salt, and then 2 teaspoons of white vinegar, or any vinegar that you have in the cabinet, or you could just use some lime juice. That works too. And I just like to let this sit out at room temperature and let all those flavors kind of come together.
Awesome.
So let's toss that up. If that chicken looks like it's done, we can actually put it on this rack over here.
It looks like it looks really good. You see how nicely browned here? I don't want to drip oil, but I do want to show you guys how nicely that chicken came out.
Ooh, that looks yummy.
Really nice, crispy and brown.
So I'm going to let our salsa sit and let all those flavors come together. Jeanette's going to remove the chicken to, we have a sheet pan with a rack on it that keeps the chicken from getting soggy.
It does.
And you can also, if you're doing a couple batches of this, you could pop it into the stove and keep it nice and warm.
Yep.
Or pop it into the oven. Sorry.
Absolutely.
How are your tacos?
My cheese sauce is coming out great. Before we build our tacos, we want to say hi to Christine from the Philippines, also on the other side of the world. Hello to Christine.
Hey, Christine.
That is incredible. And hi to Barbara from Cookstown, Ontario. Again, our Canadian friends.
Barbara.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you. We love our Canadian friends. I just got back from British Columbia. So beautiful. But we realized so many of you guys in Canada are watching us, and that's so fun.
That's so fun.
We love it. All right, follow me down here. I am ready to plate this up, I think.
That looks good.
Thank you.
I love how, you add that stock to it with the tomato paste, and it almost turns into a saucy sort of.
It does, you're right. Yeah, it turns into a nice, almost like I didn't make a sauce, but it kind of turns into a sauce.
Yeah.
So now, if you wouldn't mind handing me a tortilla. So one of those hot tortillas that I was just charring up, I kind of thought this might be fun, and if you watch the show or watch any of us, we love garlic in all of our food. So I just took a flour tortilla, which is just a plain flavored tortilla, and I'm gonna brush the inside of it with some garlic butter.
Ooh,
yeah,
yum.
I thought I would kind of turn this into since we're making unconventional tacos, I thought I'd turn it into an Italian garlic bread.
That's yummy.
Sausage and pepper
it's
tacos.
Like you're eating your sausage and peppers on a garlic bread tortilla.
So I'm gonna plate one of these up. And it's going to be messy. Sorry, Grant. We keep doing this. We keep, I think the ideas are good in our head. And then when we get to making them and we're on camera, we're All right, so this is my sausage and pepper
Ooh,
taco in the
yummy.
flour tortilla with some garlic butter
That
brushed
looks
on the
really
inside.
good.
Thank you.
I'm
Why
excited
don't we
to try
plate
that.
yours up and then we can give each other's a try.
Oh yeah, I forgot my toppings. I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
toppings over here. So I also am going to use a flour
I'll go get your hot
tortilla.
sauce.
And I'm going to spread a little bit of sour cream onto that. Some sharp white cheddar cheese because that's the kind of cheese I like the best.
Right.
I thought that'd be really yummy. Some
A little bit
cilantro
of cilantro.
goes down on there. A piece of fried chicken. Some of this
That's
salsa.
so pretty.
It's almost like a wink and a nudge to chow chow. You know, like a chow chow that you might eat.
Yep, absolutely.
And some hot sauce because I like it extra spicy.
We love it spicy.
Do you want it spicy though? This one's.
I do want it spicy,
Okay.
yes. Tara just commented and she said, do corn tortillas work? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
Totally.
don't know why today you
Check
felt like
that out.
it was a flour tortilla.
It's a
kind
fried
of day.
chicken taco, people.
That is
Doesn't it look good?
Amazing. All right, should we do a taco trade?
Taco swap.
Taco swap.
Yum.
All right, ready? Sorry, that's going to be my... These are both... We do this all the time.
This looks good.
Mmm.
A little hot.
It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. Sorry, talking with my mouth full. The beautiful fried chicken and the cold sour cream. That was really good. Cheers. Good job, Margarita.
Cheers.
Margarita, cheers. All right. Is your mouth less full? Can you tell them what we're doing tomorrow?
Absolutely. So tomorrow we're going to be back making some slim down suppers. We're going to have a little healthy dish.
We do.
And I think a skinny cocktail as well.
Oh,
right?
we do. Yeah, we added that this morning.
Yeah, we thought that would be
We
fun.
thought a skinny cocktail.
So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw today, make sure you like, comment, share, and cook, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye-bye.